Psalm 100 says, 100 says, make a joyful shout to the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Now there's an idea. A lot of times we serve Him with an attitude. Come before His presence with singing. Know that the Lord, He is God. It is He who made us and not we ourselves. We are His people. Isn't that good to know? And the sheep of His pasture, which means He's my shepherd. Enter into His gates with thanksgiving and into His courts with praise. God responds to thanksgiving. He responds to gratitude. Have you ever helped somebody out and then they turned around and it complained about what you did? I don't know, but if you're like me, it makes probably an ungodly attitude want to rise. If you offer someone something to eat and you feed them and then they complain about the food, it'll be like, well, starve next time then. I know we help families every week here at church with our food bank, and every now and then we'll have a family come in and complain about the food we give. And I have to be honest, I've heard Miss Pat told me about one or two instances where someone's complained, and I looked at her and I said, did you look at him and say it's free? What are you complaining about? Gratitude is a powerful thing. Gratitude will open doors of access for you that even your gifting many times won't. Because I'm going to be honest, if I don't care if you can sing the roof off. If you feel as though I should let you sing, my inclination is you ain't ready, so you don't get to. But when I find someone who is asked to sing, and they go, really, me? And then turn around and thank, and thank, and thank. All of a sudden, an access door has been opened. If Micah ever wants to make inroads into me, all he's ever got to do is look at me and go, Eddie, I love you. For no reason at all. Because by doing that, he's expressing an attitude of gratefulness. Gratitude is a powerful thing. When I was in Greenville, one of the greatest things that I learned from watching Apostle Ron was every time we would pray together, and it wasn't like we were, sitting around kumbaya praying together, but we would enter the building and he'd go, all right, we're just going to pray. And I would watch him for 2 hours. Because if you remember the story, I've told it many times, when I first got there, I couldn't pray my way out of a wet paper bag. I'd walk around for 5 minutes and pray everything I knew, and in tongues. And I was done. I was finished, and so I still had an hour, almost 2 hours left, and many times I'd get frustrated, and I'd sit down and I'd watch him, and I'd watch him as tears rolled down his cheeks, and all he would say was, God, I'm so grateful. And he'd just walk around. God, I thank you so much. I don't know what he was thanking him for, but something happened in me because of watching his gratitude. And he looked at me one day before I left Greenville, and he said, Chuck, always remain grateful, because you should never have what he gives you. And so now people probably get tired of hearing me pray, because I don't pray eloquent prayers. I don't pray King James. I don't pray in poetic language. I don't do any of that. Most of the time I just simply start by going, God, I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for what you're doing in me. I'm thankful. When I'm at home and I'm praying, I always, and I'm not just telling you, this is the truth. I sit behind my desk most of the time and go, God, I don't deserve to be here. And I realize that. But I'm grateful. When I pray for you individually, I don't start by going, God, I just ask you to minister. I immediately when I start, I said, God, you know what? I thank you for Miss Drew. I'm so grateful that you've placed us in relationship. And I'm thankful for Miss Ruth. Thankful for Elder Mary, for Miss Ida. And that's the first thing I pray, because something powerful happened to me when I began to understand the power of gratitude.